Hi. So, I just wanted to pop on really quick and let you know that my schedule is changing a bit, I think. I don't know. So, for that reason, I'm going to close my books for personal readings for the time being. Obviously, the people who already have readings scheduled, nothing changes for you. We will do those readings on those dates and times, but I'm just not going to take any new bookings, at least for right now. So obviously, I will let you know if that changes. We're talking about May. Shouts out to you, May babies, Taurus and Gemini. I'm a cusper. My birthday is on the 20th. Oh my gosh. So, anyway, without further ado, let's get into the reading. We're going to be using the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. And then we're using this tarot deck. I need to find the name of it. It doesn't come with a book, which is really annoying to me, but I'll figure it out. I'll Google it because I have no clue. I got it a couple years ago. So without further ado, and obviously because of my schedule, the videos are going to come out probably a bit more sporadically. Just an FYI on that too, if you care. But yeah, let's get into it. All right. Let's see who's next. Who's this? 1-3. Let's do it. I don't know why I'm like so stuffy today. Annoying, but I apologize if you hear me sniffling a ton. So let me find, I do have, something to share. And I found it on Facebook, I believe. But I'll tag the creator, of course. It's at blue.moon.readings. I don't know if they're on Instagram. Like I said, I found this on Facebook. So for the first line, the investigator, it says, you are an what? Okay. I don't know what is happening, but third time is a charm. You are an eternal student. Why could I not say that? Your voracious thirst for knowledge and truth is unmatched. You're a creature who wants security and will go to great lengths to gather and share your findings. And then for the third line, the martyr line, it says you are here to learn through experience. With trial and error comes great insights. By experimenting through action, you find vital truths along your way. No one can tell or show you sufficient. No one can tell or show you're sufficient. You must find out on your own. How interesting. Did any of that make sense to you? What is happening? Anytime, like when I sit down officially to do these readings, anything that comes up as part of that, I feel like is part of the reading. So whatever is going on with speech, with talking, throat chakra, maybe there's, a conversation that needs to be had that you're struggling to do. Maybe it is even a matter of, voicing your findings, like your discoveries, your knowledge, because that first line, your sense of security and foundation comes from information, Like you want to have a firm understanding of a subject before you even talk about it. Like you would make a good expert witness, in a field. And then that third line, it's like, okay, now that I have this foundation of knowledge and understanding about this thing, now I need to go out and like try it. I need to put it into practice and see what works, see what doesn't. It's just very interesting. And then we have Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. This has very Empress vibes to it. Empress is attached to Taurus and Libra. There doesn't have to be any significance to that. I'm just pointing it out. Very creative, very divine, feminine. The energy, of course, not the gender, but divine feminine is being in the flow. It's intuitive, it's receiving. Reproduction, we could see that they're pregnant here. It doesn't have to be biological reproduction, but it's reproducing the things around you. That could be good or bad. Depending on mindset, depending on perspective, depending on intention. Even if you are looking to get pregnant, I feel like that is a good sign for that. If you are not looking to get pregnant, then it is a caution. Be careful. The third eye is lit up here with that crescent moon. We have the Three of Wands. I kind of love that this looks like a portal. There's a lot of butterflies on that card too. Butterflies are all about transformation. Very nature too. Like, there could be like an invitation to get out into nature. We have the Mother of Wands, Son of Cups or the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles. We have the World. And the Son of Wands. How interesting. The Mother of Cups. Huh. I'm kind of curious what this Mother Earth card. I need more than two hands. Oh my gosh, I almost said more than one hand. Hello? What is going on with the speech thing? Does somebody have you tongue-tied? Like, okay. It says, allow yourself to be cherished. Mother Earth is protecting you with a shield of love and light. Mother Earth is a female counterpart to Father Sky. It's auspicious to receive this card because in the eyes and heart of the Mother Earth, you are her child, and she is highly protective of her baby and will give you everything you need to grow and expand. Mother Earth is only covered by leaves in this card, showing the vulnerability of Earth. Every day she experiences challenges that she has to adapt to and overcome. Her energy, represented by the symbol of the pagan triple goddess, maiden, mother, and crone, behind her can give you or can help you adapt as the changes of your life come your way. You may have felt overwhelmed or out of control emotionally recently, but you are now moving back to your natural center, and that will bring you to a place of clarity and openness. If you have felt ungrounded, know that Mother Earth is here to root you and help you regain your sense of strength. You may not feel like a child, but in the eyes of the divine, you are a child of light, and it's important you know that and feel loved. If you have had challenges with your mother or with a mother yourself, or, oh my gosh, or with being a mother yourself, know that the energies of mother healing are with you to help clear any ancestral blockages that are preventing you from making this sacred love connection. You're being guided to make choices that are based on love. We got through it. I also I love that we have these two different progressions here from the sun to the queen, even though I mean the queen is coming first. Um the knight and queen of wands, and then the knight and queen of cups. There's definitely some level of, you know, growth, which we love. And also we have the seven of pentacles out here, which is the card of growth. So let's start at the beginning though. We start with the three of wands, and the three of wands is about moving forward. It's like taking actionable steps forward. Wands have to do with action, it's creativity, passion. I also see wands as being the card of information, even maybe an investigation with your first line, right? Because we learn things by trying them, especially you guys. So, you figure out what you like, what you don't like, what works, what doesn't work. They're also about communication, like how are you communicating the steps that you're going to take? How are you communicating about your passions and your creativity? And like I said, I kind of love how there's this portal. And I love that this is even the first card, because there is some sort of going through something, literally. I mean, there could be a door opening in some capacity. There could be like an opportunity of something. It could simply even just be a window of like understanding or seeing what is possible. This could be with your own life. This could be with a relationship if you're partnered. It's very interesting. So, with the three of wands, like I said, it is when you actually start kind of embarking on like a new adventure. The two of wands is when you're planning for it, seeing what options are available. How do you want to express yourself? How do you want to express this thing? And the three of wands is when you start to do that. There's a lot of like courage even, and like bravery that comes with the three of wands. I mean, imagine like standing there, yeah, maybe for some people or sometimes it might be easy to walk through that. But other times it's like you can't even really see what's on the other side of this portal. There's possibly some mountains. This kind of looks like a valley, but like it's dark. You can't even really see what is over there. So there's this amount of like trust you have to have like within yourself even. And then we have the seven of pentacles, and we can see that the seven of pentacles, they're either planting, I mean, they would have to be planting these seeds, because over here, there's already these vegetables that have already grown to their potential. So there's these new seeds being planted, which that's not even originally how I was even like looking at that card. But there is something that has reached a potential. But it's like through that, there's room, or there's an opportunity here to plant new seeds. Maybe that came from what has already been harvested. Maybe it's something else. But the seven of pentacles have to do with our money, how we get it, how we spend it, how we save it. It's our time. It's our physical bodies. It's even our home. And the seven of pentacles is this commitment to growing something. It's like you can't just plant a seed in the ground and do nothing else to it and expect it to grow. Like, could it? Sure. But then it's also like, where's the pride in that, I guess, But the seven of pentacles, it is like, focusing your energy on a thing in order to see it actualize. There's even this sense of admiring like your own work. I keep hearing, and there's another reader on YouTube that I watch, but anytime the Seven of Pentacles comes out, they always say, "Is the juice worth the squeeze?" And I keep hearing that in my head. So again, right? I mean, there is this thing about, I mean, maybe this is even a decision that you have to make, and maybe you're weighing that, like, is the juice worth the squeeze? Meaning, like if you commit to this thing, is the outcome worth it? I mean, I do feel like it is. Of course, I mean, you're going to be the one that would have to determine that, of course, but there's nothing negative on this table. So that's why I'm saying that. But the Mother of Wands or the Queen of Wands, I also love that we have the queens out here, because queens are when we recognize the energy within ourselves. Like we embody the energy of the suit ourselves. We understand it within ourselves. Wands, again, right? Communication, action, passion, creativity. It's fire. So it's all things motivation. What are the things that motivate you? Are you motivated by insecurity that comes along with that first line? Or do you recognize that as almost being like this, like power to propel you forward? Because your confidence is going to come from understanding a thing deeply. So it's like if there is this level of insecurity in some whatever capacity, that can come from, I don't know if I want to do this, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I want to continue, I don't know if I want to walk through this portal, I don't know if I care what's over there. Like it's all kind of coming from this place of just not having enough information. But it's like, can you trust that the information will be shown to you? And always almost kind of like falling back onto that thing of trusting yourself, trusting your process, knowing things have worked out relatively okay in the past. I'm sure this wouldn't be the first time you walked through a portal of some kind, right? Especially like just, that third line, like shit, like I have to try it, see what happens. Maybe this thing just has more weight for whatever reason. But also even going back to Mother Earth here in this, like you are protected. So whatever this is, and that's why what I mean too, like there's nothing negative on this table. So whatever it is, there is a level of protection around you. You will not fall into an abyss. So again, I'm going back to this Queen of Wands. They're very confident, very sure of themselves. Even maybe just like expressing themselves, showing up like, because even this wand looks like a backbone to me, standing up straighter. Like that comes with a level of confidence. Even if you don't feel like you have it, it's like faking it till you make it. Speaking your truth. And, like with me having this weird thing about actually using words, maybe there is something behind needing to communicate something, because maybe people, they're not recognizing your power in some capacity. And I don't mean power in a low vibe kind of way. Like, when somebody's like power hungry or uses it for the wrong purposes or whatever, you know what I mean, right? But I'm just saying, like, recognizing what you have in yourself. It's like recognizing your own courage. Because like I was saying with the Three of Wands, right? It's recognizing like your own strength and like showing up that way. Like I said, even just standing straighter, not looking at the ground, making eye contact with people. Those little things, like those little things make a big difference. Not moving out of somebody's way. you know? But again, not coming from like the low vibe, kind of power trip type of thing, but it is more about like recognizing something like within yourself. There's something, that is, it's even, this wand is even kind of curving with their body. I think that's so powerful. We have the World card here, and even just look at the similarities between the World card and what is going on in this Three of Wands. Because this is almost like showing me that, right, because over here, like I said, we can see, hopefully you can see that. I can't see the camera screen, that there's mountains on either side, right? But we can't really, it's dark. We can't really see anything else. And in the Universe card, we have these colors up here in the sky like we do on the Three of Wands. But then there's this cabin, there's a fire going. So it's almost kind of like showing that this on the World card, like this is what you would end up getting to or coming across or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, specifically a cabin in the woods with it, and it's snowing and, whatever. But just almost kind of that like feeling of like comfort and home and security even. I don't know why I kind of keep going back to the like security thing, but it's coming up, so I am going to say it. But, the World card is the end of a cycle. It's wrapping up all of the things that you learned through the Fool's journey, starting with the Fool, the Zero card, right? Going through all 20 steps. This is number, well, I guess technically 22 because the Fool is 0. 22 might even be a significant number to you. I know that it's I can't think of the word. It's gone. So maybe not. It's like as fast as that dropped into my consciousness, it was gone that fast. So maybe not. But it's like, kind of reaching this pinnacle. And the whole point of the World card is that something ends in order for something new to begin. So there is something here that you are reaching the apex of. And it's like that lesson, that growth, whatever it was that had you in this lesson or had you even walk through this portal, whether that's happening now or if it was in the recent past or if it's coming up, it is going to take you to this level of, the Queen of Wands, recognizing something within yourself, taking on the properties of the Queen of Wands. And it's like that is going to usher in the World card. I mean, that could even be boundaries. Like if people are used to you being a certain way because it somehow benefits them for you to be a certain way, if you stop acting that role, then, unfortunately, those dynamics do change. I say unfortunately because, I've been on this side of things before and it sucks. It doesn't feel good. But I can tell you that it feels better to stand in your own power, set those boundaries, stand straight, keep your chin up, than it is to compromise for the benefit of somebody else. I don't know why that's coming up, but there you go. There's also, like a meteor shower tonight, I believe. There was that full moon eclipse yesterday. And then there's, I believe, a meteor shower tonight. So that might even have, I don't know why that would have some significance, but, and then we have the Sun of Cups or the Knight of Cups. And that just feels like some sort of recognition from somebody. It could be yourself, of course. It could be somebody else. Originally, when these cards came out, it had this feeling of like you maturing and the other person not, if there is another person involved. Because that's also kind of how like the court cards work. Like the pages are adolescent, kind of very immature, naive. And then the knights are like teenagers to like early 20s, mid 20s. And just kind of like the vibe that comes with that. Queens are, like later 20s to like 40s, maybe 50s. And then, the kings are our elders, because when you get to the kings, that's like the highest expression of the suit. So there's a level of wisdom that comes along with that. So, you don't have to specifically be dealing with somebody who is like a teenager, but like it's just kind of like that vibe. Like, they might just be kind of acting a bit high schooly, So I don't know. I'm just kind of like I'm getting that vibe. But the Knight of Cups having to do with our emotions, it's love. And love doesn't have to be romantic, of course. It's self-love. It's, do you love the things that you are doing in your life? Do you love what you're spending your time, attention, and energy on? And it's also like, what is your relationship to love? Like, how do you give it? How do you receive it? How do you give it to yourself? How do you communicate about it? And knights are generally messengers. So the king or the Knight of Cups is usually the knight in shining armor in the tarot. So it's like, they kind of come to like rescue, you or give an offer. It can't even be an apology. But again, like the more that I like look at this card, especially next to this Mother of Wands, this, it's like the Knight of Cups isn't offering their cup. They're drinking it themselves. And usually, like traditionally, I should say, in the tarot, like the knight has the cup like extended out to where they're kind of offering it, sharing even. So I don't know, that's just kind of interesting. If there is somebody in your realm of existence that is like maybe selfish or even, there's this cavern or like this cave here that the water is going through. And I'm just getting this feeling that there's some level of like hollowness or like shallowness in there. So weird. That is so weird. I'm like, I don't even want to really like go down that road because it almost feels like jealousy. You know how like it's like, once you recognize this thing like within yourself, right? And you do start building confidence and whatever, it's like this person here is like, it's like trying to figure out ways to like knock you down a couple pegs. I don't know what that is, but we're going to move along from that because that's not the type of energy that I fuck around with in life, or, I try to shut that down immediately, especially if it's coming from like another person. So beyond that, whatever this is that is happening here, there could be a level of recognition that is coming from that. And maybe there is an offer that is going to be presented also, whether that's out of the blue or expected, or, like you could be trying to find like a new job or something that is more in alignment with what you enjoy doing. Because like I said, cups, emotions, heart chakra. Do you like what you're doing? Do you love what you're doing? And then we have the Knight of Wands. And we can see, on the Knight of Wands, there's this volcano here that is erupting. So there could be something that, there was a lot of pressure built up around it. And it's finally almost like, the pressure is going to be released in some capacity. But also even just recognizing the difference between these two cards. So on the Son of Cups, the way that it looks is that like they're going to take a drink from that cup. And then on the Knight of Wands, like it's almost like, they have this wand on display, like admiring it almost, or at least just looking at it. So it's almost like, because we have this wand going up the center of the Queen of Wands. And then in the Knight of Wands, it's like on display. So I feel like there's something to that. I do feel like this is like some like self actualization in some capacity. And even going from the Knight of Cups to the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck, this could even be, if this is you, like recognizing some level of like emotional growth within yourself. I mean, we have this cup that's at the heart center in the Queen of Cups. And again, with it being a queen, there is, this recognition within yourself. It's like returning to your emotional body, like reconnecting to your intuition. This also, like, just their posture, like, has this feeling of like surrender, but also being open to receiving, which is so interesting. We have the Six of Swords behind, which is it's moving forward. You could be moving, but traditionally the Six of Swords is depicted as moving from choppy waters to more peaceful waters. So it's like making that conscious decision to like move beyond something that is causing like stress or turmoil like in your mind, and focusing on something else, like something that has a potential for growth. Which then we have the Eight of Pentacles. So we went from the Seven of Pentacles to the Eight of Pentacles. So this is a third progression that we have on this table, technically. And the Eight of Pentacles is like putting in practice. I mean, I keep focusing on this like burst here in the middle. And also like how all of this looks the same as the Three of Wands and on the Universe card. So it's like something, remember, I think I was saying with the Seven of Pentacles, like working on actualizing something. It's like this would be that actualization. Very interesting. The Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning. I mean, we could see that there's this seed sprouting here. It could be a new opportunity showing up. It could even just be like a new expression, or, like of you, a new, I mean, this never stops happening in our lives, really. I mean, we go through many new seeds. Also, even too, right? Like how on the Seven of Pentacles, here are the seeds. This is, like that, at least one seed sprouting. If we're just going to like really kind of hyper focus in on just one seed here. We have the Justice card, which is Libra specifically. Again, it doesn't have to be, but like I said, that has very, like the Mother Earth card has very Empress vibes, which is Taurus and Libra. But this is, like kind of getting what you deserve, good or bad, but I feel like it's good. It's the scales balancing, it's fairness, it's karma, also fate, destiny, kind of type of vibes. Like this is very much like part of the process. Like if you're kind of like, what the hell is like going on, this is very, it's intentional. With the Justice card coming out, we have the Emperor. It's kind of interesting, like the similarities between these two. Also interesting how, we have kind of the seedling here, Justice between, and then the Emperor. It's like, this seed turned into this big ass tree. The Emperor is Aries, it's Mars, it's motivation, like I was saying, even with these Wands cards. But there is like a confidence level that comes with the Emperor too. Very interesting. I'm going to leave it there. Actually, before I leave it there, I'm trying to get better at these like self-plug things, and I don't know, whatever. Anyway, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for making it this far. If you haven't done so already, like the video. I mean, dislike it if that is how you feel. I want you to be, like true to yourself here, right? Be confident. Uh, confidently hit that dislike button. It's engagement, and I will take it. Leave a comment, and even if you're not like a commenter, just you could just leave like an emoji. Subscribe to the channel, of course, if you haven't already. My intention is to grow this channel and this community, and of course I can't do that without you, and I'm so close to 700 subscribers, which is really exciting to me. So if you want to be a part of that, that would be great. Um, but yeah, otherwise, I think that's it with that, right? It feels so weird to like be pandering for, but that's what we got to do. When you put yourself out there, it's just, you have to do the things that make you feel uncomfortable sometimes, as long as they're not hurting anybody or yourself. Okay, I'm leaving it there. Again, thank you so much for allowing me to read your cards. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.